This week in U.S. immigration news, we are going to cover USCIS issues proposed rule to adjust certain fees, new U.S. citizens hit a 15-year high, arrests shed light on cartel involvement in migrant smuggling, Mayorkas extends and redesignates TPS for Yemen, deportation cases in U.S., USCIS releases new immigrant investor form, U.S. plans to expand border expulsions, almost 1 million immigrants granted U.S. citizenship in 2022. USCIS published a notice of proposed rulemaking to adjust certain immigration and naturalization benefit request fees. The new fees will be used by USCIS to fully recover its operating costs, re-establish and maintain timely case processing, and prevent the accumulation of future case backlogs. A majority of the funding USCIS receives is from filing fees, not congressional appropriations. The proposed fee rule is the result of a comprehensive fee review at USCIS. The review determined that the agency's current fees fall short of recovering the full cost of agency operations. Nearly 1 million immigrants became citizens in the fiscal year that ended September 30. This is a record high in almost 15 years and the third highest number ever, according to a Pew Research analysis. The total number of people seeking to become citizens is not shown in the year-end data and is much higher due to the pending applications. There are about 670,000 naturalizations still pending. The Biden administration is trying to make the naturalization process more efficient by simplifying forms and redirecting interviewees from cities that have backlogged immigration offices. Mexican police arrested 7 men on the Juarez Casas Grandes highway. Chihuahua State Police noticed 5 vehicles driving west toward an isolated road that leads to the Mexico-New Mexico border. The officers stopped the vehicles and found that the drivers were transporting 20 migrants in their cars and a rope ladder. The alleged smugglers told Mexican authorities they were driving to the Chihuahua-New Mexico border to help 14 citizens of Bolivia, Guatemala and Honduras, as well as 6 people from southern Mexico, climb over the border wall to illegally enter the U.S. The Department of Homeland Security announced an extension of temporary protected status for Yemen for 18 months. The extension will be from March 4, 2023 through September 3, 2024 due to ongoing armed conflict and extraordinary conditions that prevent people from safely returning to Yemen. DHS announced a redesignation of Yemen for TPS for the same reasons, allowing Yemeni nationals residing in the U.S. as of December 29, 2022 to be eligible for TPS. There has been ongoing armed conflict in Yemen for 8 years due to the civil war that has not been resolved. At least 377,000 people have been killed as a result of the ongoing violence. There are more than 4.7 million immigrants in the U.S. facing deportation in fiscal year 2022. Immigration and Customs Enforcement officials said its civil immigration workload increased due to the influx of migrants arriving at the U.S.-Mexico border. ICE's enforcement and removal operations officers have arrested 142,750 migrants in fiscal year 2022, which is double compared to the prior fiscal year. Among them included 46,396 non-citizens with a criminal history. ICE also deported 72,177 people to Mexico and other countries under Title 42. USCIS has published Form I-956K, registration for direct and third-party promoters. The EB-5 Reform and Integrity Act of 2022 added the requirement for direct and third-party promoters to register with USCIS. Each person acting as a direct or third-party promoter of the following must complete Form I-956K: a regional center, a new commercial enterprise, an affiliated job-creating entity, or an issuer of securities intended to be offered to immigrant investors in connection with a particular capital investment project. Form I-956K has no filing fee. The Biden administration is planning to use Title 42 to expel Cuban, Nicaraguan and Haitian migrants apprehended at the southern border back to Mexico. The administration will allow some to stay in the U.S. on humanitarian grounds. The U.S. Supreme Court recently ruled that the pandemic-era restrictions, known as Title 42, must stay in place until the legal battle over the future of the policy is decided. The new rule for Cubans, Nicaraguans and Haitians will mimic the existing program in place for Venezuelan migrants, which was launched in October. The program allows up to 24,000 Venezuelans outside the U.S. to apply to enter the country by air through humanitarian parole if they have U.S. sponsors, otherwise Venezuelans will be arrested if they try to cross the border. During 2022, there was the highest number in almost 15 years of immigrants granted U.S. citizenship. According to data provided by USCIS, nearly 1 million immigrants became U.S. citizens in 2022. The countries where most new citizens came from were Cuba, India, Mexico, the Philippines, and the Dominican Republic. Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, citizenship interviews and ceremonies were temporarily suspended, causing a backlog of applications that were only approved last year. Throughout 2022, USCIS and the Department of State issued twice the number of employment-based immigrant visas compared to the amount issued before the pandemic.
Friends, show us some love and smash the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. If you have an immigration problem or need a second opinion because you cannot get a hold of your own lawyer, schedule a meeting with our team. Share information with our CARES team and they will help you get scheduled with our legal team. Now here's a secret code to unlock the free 15 minutes.